Welcome to Leaders HQ, your source for leadership information and inspiration. Today, we're building confidence by learning how to power through overwhelming tasks and projects as a leader. Imagine this: you have an upcoming event that could bring immense value to your community, but the success of this event depends on recruiting passionate volunteers. It's an exciting opportunity, yet the task feels daunting. You're juggling countless responsibilities, and the thought of effectively managing the process is overwhelming. Task management, in its simplest form, is the art of organizing and prioritizing tasks to achieve a goal. In this context, it's about breaking down the recruitment process into clear, actionable steps that make the work not only manageable but also impactful. Task management is a universal challenge. Many leaders, whether they're in nonprofits, corporate settings, or political campaigns, face the same struggles. The good news is, you're not alone. It's a common hurdle, especially when the stakes are high and the to-do list seems endless. Even seasoned leaders can find themselves feeling stuck or unmotivated when the tasks pile up and the pathway forward becomes unclear. If you're feeling frustrated, it's completely understandable. Maybe you've tried different approaches, but it feels like you're spinning your wheels without getting the traction you need. That frustration can lead to self-doubt and a reluctance to tackle new challenges. After all, it's discouraging to feel like your efforts aren't moving the needle, especially when others depend on your leadership. Over the years, ineffective task management has been a stumbling block for countless leaders. Take nonprofits, for instance. Many have failed to execute brilliant ideas simply because they couldn't break them into manageable tasks and recruit the right people. Similarly, corporate teams often see promising projects falter due to poor prioritization and lack of direction. Even political campaigns have faced setbacks when their leaders couldn't effectively organize resources and volunteers to meet deadlines. It's a pervasive issue that spans industries, but it's not insurmountable. Here's the empowering truth: task management is a skill that can be improved. Like any other skill, it requires practice, a willingness to learn, and the right tools. The viewer, you, already have what it takes to improve. It's just a matter of starting small. With time and resources, you can develop an approach that works for you, one that boosts your confidence and sets you on the path to achieving your goals. Improving task management often involves a combination of strategies and tools. Start by exploring simple resources like task lists or project management software to help you stay organized. Consider investing time in a course or workshop that focuses on leadership and task organization. Seeking mentorship from experienced leaders who've mastered this skill can also provide invaluable insights. The resources are out there, and each small step you take builds your capacity to lead more effectively. Does this scenario sound familiar? If so, don't worry, you're in the right place. This video will guide you through practical, actionable strategies to improve your task management skills. By the end, you'll feel more equipped and confident to tackle your goals, one small step at a time. Let's get started on this journey to building confidence and getting things done. Having recognized the challenges leaders face and the overwhelming nature of large tasks, we now turn our attention to the heart of the struggle. In the next step of our journey, we'll delve deeper into the viewer's experience, exploring the doubts and obstacles that can prevent action. Let's uncover how to face these barriers and begin transforming them into opportunities for growth. Imagine feeling stuck and overwhelmed with the idea of recruiting passionate volunteers. That's where you might be right now, wondering how to even begin. The first step is to acknowledge where you are and decide to take a small, meaningful action. Start with something as simple as outlining the qualities you're looking for in volunteers or identifying one specific role you need filled. By focusing on this first step, you create a manageable starting point that feels achievable. Step 2 is to establish a clear plan. Break your recruitment process into smaller, actionable steps. For example, draft a volunteer recruitment flyer or reach out to one community group that might connect you with potential helpers. Each small action builds momentum and confidence, showing you that progress is possible even when starting small. Step 3 is to build consistency. Set aside a specific time each day or week to focus on your recruitment efforts. Whether it's sending emails, making phone calls, or organizing informational meetings, consistency is the key to turning small actions into big results. Over time, you'll notice that these small efforts compound, transforming your ability to manage tasks and achieve goals. Imagine where you could be 6 months from now. By taking consistent small actions, you could develop traits like resilience, resourcefulness, and the confidence to tackle even larger challenges. Your leadership will inspire your team, creating a ripple effect of positivity and productivity. As your team grows in confidence and capability, they'll take on tasks with enthusiasm and a shared sense of purpose. Together, you'll foster a sense of collaboration and accomplishment. For your community, the benefits are immeasurable. A well-organized team of passionate volunteers can bring transformative results to events and initiatives, from increased participation to meaningful outcomes that make a lasting impact. When leaders like you master task management, the entire community thrives. To get started today, here are 3 actions you can take. First, outline your immediate volunteer needs and create a simple recruitment goal. Second, research one new tool or resource, such as project management software, to streamline your efforts. And third, commit to one small step today, like drafting an email or making a phone call, to start building momentum. Remember, leadership is a journey, and every step forward, no matter how small, is a step toward success. Now that we've identified the internal battles and strategies to overcome them, let's see how these principles come to life in a real-world scenario. Join Robert as he navigates the complexities of leadership, learning how to manage projects and empower his team. His story will show us that even in the face of uncertainty, progress is possible. Robert is facing challenges in effectively managing projects designed for volunteers, particularly in ensuring these projects are engaging, viable, and manageable. He has observed that some projects fail to capture volunteers' interest, leading to disengagement and a lack of motivation. Additionally, there are concerns about the feasibility of these projects to deliver the desired outcomes. Without proper vetting, projects may require resources, time, or skills that the volunteer team does not possess, resulting in unmet expectations and frustration for everyone involved. Robert's first step toward overcoming these challenges is enrolling in a course on volunteer and project management. This course introduces him to strategies for vetting projects thoroughly before presenting them to his team. By understanding how to evaluate whether a project is engaging enough to maintain volunteer interest, viable enough to produce meaningful results, and manageable within the team's skill set, he begins to approach his role with renewed confidence. The second step for Robert is implementing what he's learned by testing small, manageable changes in his workflow. For instance, he starts creating detailed project plans, outlining clear goals and responsibilities for volunteers. By doing this, he ensures that volunteers understand their roles and feel capable of contributing effectively. Each project becomes an opportunity to refine his skills and boost his confidence. The third step involves optimizing volunteer schedules to focus on high-impact tasks. Robert learns to prioritize tasks that align with his team's strengths and available resources, avoiding unnecessary complexity that could overwhelm his volunteers. With each success, he builds momentum and cultivates a team that thrives on well-managed, impactful projects. 6 months into this journey, Robert has transformed his approach to task management. He's developed traits like resilience, strategic thinking, and the confidence to handle even the most complex projects. His team, in turn, has grown into a cohesive, motivated group, empowered by their leader's clarity and direction. Together, they've completed projects that once seemed insurmountable, earning trust and recognition within their community. For the community, the results are equally profound. With a well-organized team and impactful projects, they see increased participation in events, strengthened connections among members, and meaningful outcomes that improve lives. Robert's journey demonstrates that with small, consistent steps, leaders can overcome challenges and create lasting, positive change. To begin this transformation today, identify one area in your leadership where you can implement a small change. Consider taking a course, seeking mentorship, or using a new tool to streamline your efforts. Each action, no matter how small, is a step toward building the confidence and skills needed to lead effectively. Remember, progress starts with a single step, and the journey is worth it. Robert's journey highlights the challenges of leadership and the importance of taking meaningful steps. As he begins to put his newfound insights into practice, we see the shift in his approach. In the next scene, we'll witness the pivotal moment where Robert takes action, showing us how small, honest steps can lead to big changes. Robert stood before his team, heart pounding as he prepared to address them. The atmosphere in the room was a mix of tension and curiosity, as everyone waited to hear what he had to say. He took a deep breath, reminding himself that this moment wasn't about perfection, it was about taking the first step toward change. His voice wavered slightly as he began, but his determination steadied him. "I'll be honest with you all," Robert said, looking around the room. "I've realized that I can't do this alone, and I've made mistakes trying to shoulder too much myself. Leadership isn't just about giving orders or having all the answers. It's about building trust and empowering each of you to step into roles where you can shine. I need your help to make this campaign successful." The room was silent for a moment. Some faces showed surprise, others skepticism, but a few nodded subtly in understanding. Encouraged by the faint signs of acceptance, Robert pushed forward. I want to start by asking for your input. What ideas do you have for making our volunteer recruitment more effective? Any thoughts, no matter how small, could make a big difference. There was a pause before one volunteer, Lisa, tentatively raised her hand. Well, I've been thinking about using social media more actively. Maybe we could create posts that highlight personal stories of why volunteering matters. It might inspire others to join. Robert smiled, genuinely impressed. That's a fantastic idea, Lisa. Let's run with it. Would you be willing to take the lead on designing some posts? We'll support you with whatever resources you need. Lisa hesitated but eventually nodded. I can give it a shot. Thank you, Robert said warmly. Your perspective is exactly what we need. He turned back to the group. Anyone else? Remember, this is a team effort. Every idea matters. Gradually, more volunteers began to speak up, sharing thoughts and brainstorming ways to attract new recruits. One suggested reaching out to local community centers. Another proposed hosting a casual meet-and-greet event to introduce potential volunteers to the team. The energy in the room shifted, growing more collaborative and hopeful. After the meeting, Robert rolled up his sleeves and worked alongside Lisa to finalize the first set of social media posts. They reviewed stories from current volunteers and crafted engaging messages that highlighted the impact of their work. Robert guided her through the process but let her take ownership of the design. By the end of the session, they had a series of posts ready to go live. The following day, Lisa's posts went live, and within hours, the team saw an uptick in responses. People commented, shared the posts, and even messaged directly to ask how they could get involved. When Robert saw Lisa's face light up at the positive feedback, he felt a sense of pride and fulfillment. It wasn't just about the posts, it was about seeing Lisa step into her potential and succeed. You did an amazing job, Robert told her. This is exactly what we needed to get started. Thanks, Lisa replied, smiling. I wouldn't have done it without your encouragement. That evening, as Robert walked to his car, he felt a profound sense of satisfaction. He had taken the first step, trusted his team, and seen tangible results. For the first time, he felt confident not just in his abilities but in the potential of the people around him. Leadership, he realized, wasn't about doing everything alone. It was about building something meaningful together. With a renewed sense of purpose, he resolved to keep moving forward, one step at a time. With Robert's first steps toward growth yielding promising results, let's take a moment to reflect on the journey we've been on together. In Scene 1, we recognize the challenges leaders face when trying to grow and inspire others. In Scene 2, we confronted the self-doubt that often holds us back from taking action. Scene 3 brought us face to face with the costs and benefits of leadership, showing us that while the road may be tough, the rewards are worth the effort. And in Scene 4, we saw the power of taking small, honest steps toward progress, with Robert's story as proof that change is possible when we dare to act. Now, it's your turn. Think about where you are in your leadership journey. What challenges are you facing? What steps, no matter how small, can you take today to move forward? Perhaps it's journaling your thoughts for an hour this week, reaching out to a mentor, or sharing your vision with a trusted friend. These actions might seem minor, but they lay the foundation for growth and transformation. Progress isn't about leaps and bounds, it's about consistent, intentional steps forward. Remember, leadership isn't about perfection. It's about honesty, trust, and empowering others. Millions of leaders around the world have walked this path and found success, just like Robert. They started small, faced their fears, and gradually built their confidence and mastery. You can do it too. The potential for greatness lies within you. All it takes is the courage to begin. As we've seen, small wins can lead to big results. Maybe today is the day you write down your first goal or take that first step toward empowering your team. Maybe it's the day you remind yourself that mistakes are part of the process and that every leader grows through trial and error. Whatever it is, know that your journey matters, and every step you take brings you closer to becoming the leader you aspire to be. We're building a community of leaders here, and we want you to be part of it. If this video resonated with you, please like and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us reach more aspiring leaders like yourself, and together, we can create a movement of growth and empowerment. We value your journey and are honored to have you as part of the Leaders HQ community. Before you go, take a moment to ask yourself, what's the first small step you can take today to build confidence and empower others? Share your thoughts in the comments below. We'd love to hear your ideas and celebrate your progress. Here's a little inspiration to keep you going. One of our leaders started with a single conversation about their vision. Today, they've built a thriving team that's making a real impact. Your story could be next. Small steps lead to big change. In our next video, we'll dive deeper into strategies for cultivating resilience in leadership. It's a topic that will help you stay strong and focused, even in the face of challenges. Stay tuned for more actionable insights and inspiration. Let me leave you with this quote: "Far and away the best prize that life has to offer is the chance to work hard at work worth doing." Theodore Roosevelt. Thank you for watching and for being a part of this incredible journey. We value you, and we're excited to see the amazing things you'll accomplish.